All right. So I saw Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut. I will say this. I watched the original version. I never finished the original version years ago. I think I watched like probably about maybe 45 minutes of it. And I was liking the film, but I never finished it. I forgot why. I don't know. I just never finished it. But what I can tell you is this. I said I'm going to watch the director's cut this time because I remember when I was watching the original, there must have been a reason why I didn't finish it, you know? And I don't know if I wasn't feeling the flow of it. I don't know what it was, but I just know I didn't finish it. But I remember I liked the movie, but I never finished it. So I said, I'm going to watch the director's cut. So I purchased the director's cut and all its glory. This movie is a 5 out of 5. This movie's amazing. I got to look at Ridley Scott's full catalog, but I think this might be his best movie. Like, I think this might be his best movie, honestly. Um, I really do. I know people might think Alien or Aliens, like those movies are good too, but there's something about this film. First of all, I watched the director's cut, which is I think it's close to 3 hours, or it might be 3 hours. But this film captures your attention, or at least it did for me, and I was holding through the whole thing. Like I did pause and then finish it the next day because I had to work, so I paused. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, they don't make movies like this anymore. They don't. They don't. They don't make big sweeping epics like this anymore. I know the movie landscape is different, but I'm just happy with movies like this were even made. Like, it's beautiful. It's not even that it's just beautiful, and the cinematography and all the action, and it's not even just that. It's just the way the masterful storytelling. It's the way he's able to tell a story. You know what I mean? And the way he makes it flow, like the editing and the director's cut is so beautiful. It's like everything just flows. It doesn't even feel long. It doesn't feel like a long movie. It feels like you're watching an epic journey and you're with the characters and you're like, oh, beautiful. You want to see what happens next. And I never finished this movie. So when I was watching it, I was saying I was like, dang, I hope Orlando Bloom doesn't die. That's what I was thinking. Cause I was like, I understand what type of movie this is. If he dies, I get it. But I was like, I hope he doesn't. I really like this character. And I like his arc throughout. And it was just amazing. I wish Liam Neeson was in it longer, but you know, he's a star, so he can't be in it too long. He would have took over the whole film. But like the journey of all the characters is just beautiful. And I like that it's based off a lot of historical things. So that's another level of, you know, people watching it for different reasons. But like, you could watch this movie for a lot of different reasons. You could watch it for the action. You could watch it for the bit of romance in it, which isn't too much, but it's in there. You could watch it for that forbidden love aspect, and you could watch it for you know, religious beliefs. And there's so much things you could watch it for. The Crusades, so much things, and wow, so much things. And you know what's funny? It's funny. It made me think about this. If you guys ever played the game Dante's Inferno or watched the animated film Dante's Inferno, it's about this guy during the Crusades. He goes to fight in hell through all the different 9 realms of hell to save his wife's soul from the devil. This movie made me think, if someone were to do like a Dante's Inferno, but like kind of make it almost like how they did what'd you call it? Almost like a Constantine thing, but like make it really good. You know, like I don't know why it made me think about that, but it's because of Crusades and stuff. But this film was great. It was great is an understatement. Like, Orlando Bloom is a great actor, and I need to watch more of his older stuff. I know he's not in too much more stuff now, but he's great. He's great. Like, and it's crazy because I love Liam Neeson. And when he's in the film in the beginning, I loved him. I was like, dang, I want him to be in it more. I want him to be in it more. I forgot he gets taken out and he passes it down to Orlando. And I was watching and I was like, yo, when Liam Neeson is in there, like, he just catches his stride. Like, he's an actor. He has presence, you know? So when he's in the film, I'm like, I wish he was in it more, but he can't, because if he was in it more, it would have been his movie. Like, he's just that great. So but he was great. And I like how he knighted his son, and he told him, and that's so you remember your oath. Like I love this. So many different aspects of this film, and something I thought was very interesting, the way it kind of comes full circle. In the beginning of the film, he first tells him, oh no, he doesn't want to go, and then he takes out the guy, who cut off his wife's head because she commits, when he buried her. So then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go. He goes to war with them. And then at the very end, he's in the same spot. And then the King of England comes. They're about to do the same thing. It's like just the world turns. People keep going for that holy land, and he's like, "No, I'm okay," and he lets them go. You know what I mean? So it's interesting how they did that full circle moment there. He learned. He's like, I'm just gonna go live with the past princess, and it was just interesting because one thing I was thinking about was when it was coming when they were all trying to take over Jerusalem. He could have let them have it when they were coming, and that's one thing I was kind of wrestling with. But then he gave that speech, about it was 100 years ago, and all these different things, and I'm like, all right, yeah. So if it's 100 years ago and it's not theirs anymore and it's not even yours, then just give it to him. That's what I was thinking, but. He's still full, but I think he wanted to save his people. He wasn't sure if they were gonna just wipe out all his people, so he wanted to force them into the deal, so that way he could have his people be free and be safe, to walk away. So I think that is partly why. But the battles are amazing, and I like that he gets hurt a couple of times. It's not like he's just like walking around with extra plot armor. He does get hurt a few times, but like I said, I expected him to not be there. And I like that a lot of things pay it back. Like when he first washed up on the shore, and he's fighting that one guy, and he lets him live, and then he lets him go, and then later on he's in a different position. He's about to be taken out, and then he lets him live. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things come full circle. Nothing happens in this film by accident. That's what I like. The storytelling is very good. Anything that happens is always going to be either equal reaction, or there's going to be some type of full circle moment. The only thing that I wish is the guy who's like pretty much an a-hole, who kind of wants to start the war and everything like that, and he becomes the king. I wish he got taken out at the end, but Orlando Bloom is he has so much character. He lets him rock. But I wish he I don't know. I wish he cut off his arm or something. I wish he named him a little bit. But he's bigger. He's bigger than that. But he took out so many people, and I was just like, maybe just take him out. But I understand. And I think letting him live is a little bit worse because of all the things he already failed. He tried to do so much things. He was a king. He already failed. So I think he's going to get his comeuppance anyways. And him just living with that, I think is just going to be bad for him. But ultimately, this movie was amazing. And if I want to just talk about the visuals and the way, not even just the visuals, I know so many people got hurt making this film. So many stunt actors, so many, the amount of horses and so much things had to happen for this film to be what it is, for you to be able to watch it and be like, you're looking at an epic. You watch it and it feels like you're back in time, understanding the raw nature of it all. And I thought those elements, you kind of miss them. You when they're in full battle, there's nothing like it. I mean, you watch Gladiator, whatever you want to watch, but there's nothing I gotta really look at Ridley Scott's catalog, but I think this might be his best film. I really gotta go back and look at his catalog and see it. I'm pretty sure there's some other movies I missed, but I gotta see. Another movie I love is Troy. I seen that a while ago. I love Troy. But I just love movies like this. They don't make up too much of them, so that's why I'm kind of going back and finding some movies. I would say the sword fighting, the choreography, there's so much stuff that had to go into this film to make it what it is. And the sword fighting is so good, even on the horse, off the horse, Liam Neeson, everything. And it's funny because I was watching it and there was an intermission. There was an intermission right before I paused it too. It's just funny. Like they knew the perfect place to put the intermission. And you know, I took that intermission. I made some dinner and then I came back and watched it the next day. It was great. It was great. I don't want to say like his like forbidden romance with the princess. I thought was good. It was sad that the kid had leprosy too, and you know the mom she kind of, that part is kind of interesting because she, you know, she let him go earlier than I think she should. Maybe let him for, you know, a few more years, but it was sad. And yeah, that part was sad because she saw her brother's face and she knew that's where her son was gonna happen something. But I think that Orlando Bloom is amazing. He's amazing. And I mean, I know he's amazing. I've seen, what's the series that I want to review that I've seen their series already. I loved it. It was, I'm forgetting the name, what it was. He was in a fantasy series that was on Amazon Prime. I love it. I'm forgetting the name. I spoke about it before. I'm forgetting it, but I may do a review. I probably not. Cause I've seen it already. I've seen it twice. I love that series. But yeah, so I just want to say that he's amazing and he's making me want to go back and rewatch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Because he's just awesome. He's good. I know he's in more movies than that, but he just shines. And I feel like I want to see him more, but then at the same time, it's not my fault that like I was born at a different time. I just got to go back and watch some of the movies he was in, especially watch more Ridley Scott's movies. Cause I think this might be one of his best films, honestly. But I'm trying to find more to say about this film because I don't want to leave anything out, but I think that's pretty much it. I really do. One last thing I could say is they just don't make them like this. They just don't make movies like this anymore. And I understand it. I understand the cost and different things. I'm not sure how much money this movie made, but I'm just glad it was made. I'm just glad there was a time where these big sweeping epics were made because it was so fulfilling watching this film. Like this film is just like a full meal. Like you watch it and you feel like nothing is left on the table. It's amazing. Like it's amazing. The only thing I wish is like I wish I knew it when they did like a re-release or something where I could watch it in the theater, because I know in the theater it must have been amazing to see. But the good thing I'll say is I have a projector that I got from Best Buy. My first projector was like $50, but the second one I bought, which is really nice after a few years, is $200 from Best Buy, and it's so beautiful. I'll put some photos so you could see like how I was able to see it, but the projector definitely helped me see this movie how it was intended. Like obviously it's not a movie theater, but it's bigger on a full wall. So I was able to really see the horses run, and they were like, I really felt like I was in a theater, and not in the theater, but I felt like I was able to really feel the full weight of it rather than just watching it like on my laptop or something. It was really beautiful. And I put my headphones on with the Bluetooth, so I had like the sound in my ear, like surround sound in my ear. So I recommend that anyone who watches the movie at home, even if you don't have a projector or anything, if you have headphones or anything that's Bluetooth, or if you could just plug it in somewhere where you can actually listen to the film in your ears, not all the time, but you know, if you can at some point, it really helps. It really helps where you could like immerse yourself if you want to do that. But I felt like I was really able to feel the full energy of what this film possessed, and really be on these journeys with these characters. But I really love at the end when the King of England is coming to get him, and he's like, nah. And then, you know what, they told you the facts about, you know, how they went and tried to get Jerusalem again, and then, you know, basically ended in a stalemate, and then, you know, whatever happened after that. But it's just like a big revolving door of like chaos and just people just going after this holy land. And it's just interesting, the circle of life. But to see his story and then his arc, and then him being like, all right, now I'm gonna step away. And even the evil guy who was king, who became king and wants to start all this messed up stuff, it's like he was young and he wanted that glory. And I remember him telling one of the other actors who's amazing, he's like, you've had your glory, I want mine. And it's like this young hunger that can be tumultuous or it could be devastating. You know, it's like you could use that hunger for different things, but it's, you know, in that time, it's like people just wanted to ravage, and they just, you know, and then you have the whole element of religion, which makes it kind of icky, because it's like some people are like, oh, I want to do this for religion, or as God wills it, you know what I mean? And it's like people use religion for so much things. I mean, we already know that, you know, they can use so many things to do so many things, to rationalize so much. And it's like, that's what sometimes turns people away from religion sometimes, because people are like, oh, I want to do this in the name of God. And when you do that, or when you invoke that, sometimes if you do something bad and you're invoking that, it's going to turn someone away, you know what I mean? Rather than, you know, being positive or a force of light, then, you know, but who's to say what's what? So it's interesting. It makes you think about a lot of stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen Dante's Inferno, check out Dante's Inferno animated movie, or check out the Dante's Inferno video game. He has to go 9 in the 9 realms of hell to, you know, save his wife's soul, and that's a pretty interesting film. But this is amazing. I loved it, and I gotta next. What I gotta finish? I don't know. I just loved it. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And yeah, this is great. This is great. I gotta see if this is his best film. I gotta see if there's anything else that he did that I felt like was the best. But take care. It's Dejour. Know the name. Spread love and light. And how we gonna sign off like a gladiator? You're gonna be knighted, and that's your oath. And then this is so you remember it. That's your oath, and this is so you remember it.